Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Top of the time zone. I'm Alan C. You're with Johnny J in the house, here on the Intervision FM universe. You're not going to want to miss today's podcast. Brought to you by Bonefields Foundation, Chinook Foundation, Christian Brothers Moving Company, Englewood, Colorado. Also, Richard Damiano of the Littleton Eye Clinic. Stay with us.
Oh my God.
That's who we love, and that's who we serve.
Is it running now? Yes. Hi, everybody. This is the Godfather Soul, James Brown. I tell you, this business is on. My man is on. Check him out. This is the Godfather Soul, James Brown, saying stay with it and hit it.
Well, okay. Thank you very much.
Me or Trump, and you ain't black.
There we go. Ah, yes. And what a day. I mean, as you can see, I was gonna have another title up there, but I said, well, no, who's gonna know about what happens at caucuses and elections? And some people, like they say, like half the people that should be voting are not voting. In which I found out that, huh? And then
Lizzie?
Lizzo,
Who is he?
she is a overweight,
Never mind.
great singer.
Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about Lizzo. In fact, we got a song dedicated directly to her, and it's brought to you by AI Darth Vader. So we'll play that later.
Yeah. Believe me. And well, yeah, and we were talking a little bit about the suit that she got and how she wants to be now a victim rather than the victor.
Yeah, so stay with us. We're going to have some fun. It's our Friday, I guess.
Yeah. Yes.
It's Hey Joe's Thursday, and it's your Wednesday. Unless, of course, you're watching this later, then we don't know what day it is. Leave a comment down below and let us know where you're watching, what part of the Intervision FM universe you're tuning in from. And wow. Lots of cool stuff. So where do you want to start?
Well, let's see. Do I want to tell that story? Okay. We're going to talk about what happened last night. So last night, well, one of our leaders was saying, like, I was telling her that I wanted to apply for the National Philadelphia Convention. And well, she says, well, usually people that, do this, they go as an alternate delegate, if it's their first time. And I said, well, okay, that sounds good to me. So
Johnnie Johnson has joined the meeting.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, whatever. And so I go ahead and I do the paperwork, pay the money, and I end up, just not thinking too much about it. And we had this thing where we have a congresswoman named Delegate, and she's been there forever.
Diana Delegate, know her very well.
Yeah, so she's been there forever, and so we decided to put some people up against her, and there was like about 4 people. I think it was 3 or 4 people, and so this one guy I didn't really understand because I'm kind of new to all this stuff.
Sure.
And so this other guy came up, and everybody, and when I was there, it was his 3rd presentation second that I saw, 3rd that he probably made, and this guy, and when I think about it, I probably should have jumped on his side because he was out there. He was going to the Martin Luther King parade. He was going to the Black Caucus, the Hispanic Caucus, the this and that, and he was showing up and saying, these are the places we as Republicans should be in, and reaching the people that we don't normally go there to engage, right?
Yeah.
And I said, well, yeah, I mean, that was pretty impressive. Now, the guy that was with me, he's like, you know, he was a great speaker and stuff like that, and he did audience participation, but he was staying in his comfort zone. So it was almost like business as usual. Great guy, but he wasn't, for whatever reason, and I want to call him and ask him, like, how come you weren't at these different places? How come, you know, because, you know, and then they had this other lady, and she was like, I don't know if have you ever had like a mother that was the kind of mother that take out the trash, oh mom, can I do a little bit later? Take out the trash, take out. She said she seemed like the kind of person that would hound you, you know, and like if you were, and it seemed like she would like grab into you like a pit bull, and you know, so she seemed like that she was one of those go getters, right?
Carrying a switch with her.
Yeah. And then it was somebody else. I don't remember exactly who it was, but it was somebody else, and I don't know if she showed up or not, whatever. But anyway, so the first guy, he got up there, and he had two other people to specially nominate him and say, hi, you know, first nomination, second nomination, and then he got up and spoke for 6 minutes. Then my guy got up there, or Lawrence, he got up there, and I didn't realize that, you know, I was supposed to, okay, the first guy went up and he said something. I was supposed to go up and say something, and I forgot to say my name, right? I just said, hey, this guy is great because he's this and this and that. And my wife says, well, how come you didn't speak louder? Because the microphone kept going in and out, in and out.
Oh, was it a wireless mic?
Yes, it was a wireless, but it didn't do that the last time we were there.
So yeah, sometimes if you hold them near the top of the unit as opposed to on the bottom where the send part of the unit is.
Yeah, the antenna.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they put it on the stand, and we don't know I don't know. It was just going in and out. So that was the thing. And for some reason, we were sitting in the back. I said, we should have sat closer to the front, but no, where we were, whatever.
Yeah.
So, so then, you know, she got up, and I don't know if she had people, whatever. And then I went back, and I'm thinking like, okay, so how are we going to do this next part? So then, like, it was 12 of us. And then out of the 12, 3 weren't there. I said, well,
wow.
And I was telling my wife, I gotta be there, because if I'm just out of sight, whatever.
Sure.
And then I sent out an email blast to, like, it was like 275 people. 85 people showed up for the meeting.
Wow.
Right?
That's actually a lot better than I figured it would end up being.
I was thinking, like, where are these people? Are they watching baseball? Because there was a baseball game on. So I get up, and this time because my wife says, you got to speak loud. I said my name and speak loud. And and as some of you may or may know, July 15th, July 2015, we were coming back from Europe, and we happened to get a tour by this lady who said she would give us a tour of New York, and she showed us where the Trump Tower was.
Yeah.
So the next day we went back to the Trump Tower, and I don't know why we went in. I said, hey, let's go inside. And we went in at the exact time where Trump and his wife, he was getting off work, and they were coming down the escalator.
That's interesting.
And she gave me a visual. She said these big, tall bodyguards that were taller than him were standing around him.
Right.
And so she gave me a really good visual, because and for some reason, man, I had one of those iPhone 6.
Okay.
It wasn't as good as taking pictures as my iPhone 11.
Well, of course.
And so I didn't even think about taking out my phone and videotaping or what, because I was probably not even that fast, because I'm kind of figuring out what's going on. And it's like, and then, all of a sudden these people say, well, are you going to run for president, Mr. Trump? And I'm thinking, we're here, and then bunch of camera, and
historic event.
And I'm thinking, like, like, what are the chances that we would be here? Because, you know, because she says, you want to stay for like, you know, 4 days in New York. And I said, well, sure, I've never been here before. And we went to Times Square and the subways and all that kind of stuff. And the place we were staying at was in Brooklyn, and it was a house that was mostly like Hasidic Jews were there, and they and with the beard and you know, it felt like we went way back in time.
Wow, that's fascinating.
Oh
That's
man.
fascinating.
And then on the subways, and the people would come in the boxes, and they would play the guitars and sing, and I mean, just stuff that. And then we went out on a Tuesday night, and you think on Tuesday night it would be dead, but it was almost like it was a Friday night on a Tuesday night, and it was just hordes of people. And and then it was like people dressed up as Supermans and superheroes, and you could take a picture with them for so much money.
Interesting.
Right? So I mean,
It was
this
really,
is
really hugely popular. 2015, 2016, superheroes were all over the place.
yeah. Now I don't think any superheroes are down there now, because you got these illegals beating up policemen and doing whatever they
get
want.
beat up. They aren't the biggest superheroes, you might think.
Yeah, they probably rob a superhero. You know,
Right.
yeah, what's so super about you? So and that was an interesting dynamic too, because they marked out their spot, and you know, and you know, the others, it was just an understanding that this is my spot. You know, no other superhero come in my spot to steal the people I'm going to get money from. And you know, tourists actually paid the money. I don't know if they did it with cash or with you know, swiping a card or whatever, but it was just all the stuff. And then to be at the Trump Tower, and I'm just thinking like, wow, you know, this is just, you know, it's just very, you know, kind of thing. So anyway, so I always felt like, you know, sometimes you think like you get married or something, and I'm thinking like, if I had never met her, I probably would have never been here.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You make one
Right?
choice and it dynamically changes your whole life. Or you make a set of choices. It's all about the people you surround yourself with. If
Yeah.
you surround yourself with people that are all about going out there and getting or living their dreams, you know, getting what, you know, their heart desires and whatnot.
Look what I did.
Yeah. Now look at, you know,
Yeah. And so
you
sometimes,
retired in the Philippines, you know.
yeah, because I lay in bed sometimes, I said, if I would have went left instead of
Mhm.
right,
Mhm.
what would have my life have been? And then I think like, uh, and then because my mother, it was so funny. She bought this camper, and I didn't know this. She bought this camper, and she said she thought that I was going to live with her for life, and we were just
Sure.
going to ride in the camper, go fishing and stuff like that. And this
That'd
was
be
the main
great.
reason.
Yeah.
And she had no idea I had no plan
You had other dreams.
of just hanging out with mom for the rest
That's
of my
right.
life.
That's
And
right.
when I turned 21, she had given she had kept my money. She had made me pay rent, and
Sure.
then when I graduated, she gave me all the money back. So I put it
Wow.
in the bank,
Wow.
and I bought me a plane ticket to go to LA. And so I just when I got there, I just called her. I said, "Hey, mom, I'm in LA," and she says, "I thought you were still downstairs."
She never knew you left.
Yeah, I said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, you
That's
know."
good.
So the story's a little convoluted. We started talking about
Yeah.
politics. We started talking
Oh.
about last night.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
And
I didn't even get
and
to the part. Okay. Yeah.
to land that plane, you were actually nominated, right?
Yeah. And I thought I would be like in the second part, like
Wow.
it's the main guys, and then it's the alternates. But I'm up there right with the top three, who will
Wow.
be the main, who's representing Colorado.
And I think that speaks exactly to the point that you were talking about with all this roundabout kind of bird walking stuff is, you know, what would have happened had you gone a certain way, done a certain thing that you would have made different choices. What do you folks think in the Intervision FM universe?
Yeah. Is life predestined? And we
Yeah.
think we're making the decisions, but or we are making certain decisions
Right.
because we have free will, but if we look back and say, well, I should, and I'm the kind of person, I tell my wife, I never want to say, I wish I would have.
Right.
Right? And it's like, so I take a lot of challenges and a lot of things. And I have a friend that he runs, well, Brian, a Christian brother, he says, you never cease to amaze me because I like to take chances. I mean, life is not interesting if you don't take any chances. You know, if somebody says, well, you can't do this because you can't see, I say,
That's
why
right.
not?
God will take your bad errors in judgment and use them to his glory.
Oh, absolutely.
Every time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he will redeem that time for you. I mean, if
He
you feel
will.
like, hey man, I maybe made some wrong turns, man, it's never too late until it's too late. And you know, it is not too late yet. As long as we've got breathing privileges here, there's never been a better time than today to get saved.
Hey, you know, and I heard Elton John, Philadelphia Freedom, and you know, I hear about, you know, brotherly love and all that kind of stuff. And I think I've even I see I'm bad at geography. When I was in Atlanta for the Blind Commission in 2006, it was some guys that were from Philadelphia.
Okay.
Right. So is Atlanta, is it kind of, is that
No,
it's like the East Coast. They're more of the East Coast.
No, Philly is in Pennsylvania, whereas Atlanta is in Georgia.
Right.
I mean, you got a piece to kind of travel between those two states, but bring back some tasty cakes if they still make them, or something like that. Those are Pennsylvania.
And one thing the guy was saying, the guy who was, he was telling me that, Johnny, I was looking at some, because you have to put down your social media and they ask you the questions, are you going to do social media? So we will be on the air. I'm going to get my phone hooked up so we're going to go live at the convention.
Hey, that's all right.
So I'm going to get this set up. So I'll try to give you guys, like, I'm going to have my laptop so I can set it up and send out the invitation.
Right.
And the guy said, well, hey, this is going to be something different because we never had a visually impaired person or a wheelchair person at the convention. So we're going to make sure that you have, you know, someone to, you know, get you from place to place. And so they're really, I mean, they're going to fix it up. So it's going to be as accessible as it can be for me to get where I need to go when I need to go.
Setting a precedent.
Yeah, you're definitely marking.
I want to, I definitely want to see if I can get a selfie with I missed that first time in 2015, but I'm not going to miss this time.
Hey, there you go. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. So,
you know, you're in unmarked territory right here, Johnny. This is something that
flying blind, so to speak.
Yeah.
Blind, so to speak.
Yeah.
I mean, the blind community have thus far stayed in their own little lanes, so to speak. The National Federation of the Blind works with legislation. The American Council of the Blind kind of helps to, kind of connect people through a social type way. And then the World Blind Union, which is an amalgamation of all the different organizations throughout the world, get together to do whatever NGOs do. Those guys are a lot of fun. But I mean, man, you are in a ground floor opportunity right here to make it change. So, you know, folks, if you feel so moved, hit intervisionfm.com. That's www.intervisionfm.com and help this guy out, because the stuff that Johnny does here, it ain't sent Johnnie Johnson or Alan C. to Hawaii Fund. This is life-changing work that will help the blind community and the otherwise disabled community all around. And obviously, if we get somebody in there in the political structure that happens to just have a disability, whether it's blindness or whatever that disability is, you know, it's going to in the long run help
Yeah.
otherwise abled folks.
And my political website, because I have a tax ID that's nonprofit, your donations to our number. If you go to the website, Johnny J. Ford, the number four, hd5co.com. You go there and you donate, because there's the rules on how much you can donate and stuff like that. So we give
Right.
you the nominations, whatever.
Right.
That will go towards, because my opponent has $16,000 to my now I got $125 because I donated 25 to it, and then somebody donated $100 just recently. Well, the Lawrence guy that I was standing by, he donated. So
Nice.
we need to build this up so I can match the guy and run some commercials, because obviously I can't get around to every place, but I can put TV commercials, radio commercials in different
That's right.
places. So
And you've got your
unfortunately,
nonprofit, obviously, you can do
Yeah.
some things along in conjunction with that.
oh yeah, I'll be putting out some AI commercials, 60-second, putting together
shorts and
those things. So so anyway, so yeah, so as you watch this, there's opportunity that can help another blind guy. I was gonna invite some people on the night, and it's like, oh man, it's like, what a day. It's been one of those crazy days.
You need
we
to
do
do
have
an
a few
you
minutes.
need to do an AI commercial of you, a blind character walking into Trump and tripping over him.
Well, that would explode.
Wouldn't that
That'd
be-
get all
wouldn't that-
over because
It
you would
would.
have the NFB, the National Federation of the Blind, saying, "Oh, that's politically incorrect." Then you would have the ACB going, "Oh, the American Council of the Blind. Oh, that's funny." Then you
Hmm.
would have the non-affiliated blind going, "Oh, you guys are all crazy." So
Oh,
with
yeah.
about 4 minutes left in the show,
Wait a minute,
we're
wait a
going to
minute.
talk a little bit about Lizzo.
What?
Yeah.
Time has gone that quickly? Come on, no way.
Yeah, look at it. Well, we did start a little late, so
Okay, yeah, so we go a little bit. Yeah, let's do this day in history first.
all right.
And okay, you think about the mail service, and I
Mhm.
guess on this day
Mhm.
in 1860,
Yeah.
the mail service put it to the test and said, can we get mail from this way, from this to this one? So I guess one started off in St. Joseph,
Missouri?
Missouri, and another one started off in Sacramento, and
Mhm.
they both had a race, and I think it was like 1,800 miles.
Yeah.
It took them 13 days. You guys think mail is slow today? Took it
It's all
13
gone
days.
downhill since then, huh?
Yeah. Oh man. But the mail, neither rain, sleet, or snow, or a slow horse will stop the mailman from making his route.
Oh, I thought that was Underdog's theme.
Yeah. Yeah. So I said that was kind of cool. That our mail service started that way. And I saw some other stories, but I said, nah. And so I said, now we have the movie by was it Anna, what was that? What was the name of that person who won over Star Wars back in 1978? Okay, hold on.
There's Carrie Fisher. She was in there as Princess Leia. You're talking about a lady that what?
Oh, okay. Okay, let me go down again. Let me get down here. Okay, come on. Okay, Annie Hall beats out Star Wars
Oh, and the ratings and stuff?
as best
Wow.
picture at the award.
Wow.
Whoa, that is fascinating. Wow. I mean, to note
Did you ever
that
see the movie? Okay,
I've
go
never
ahead.
even heard of that movie. I mean,
Yeah.
that wow. I mean,
It must
Star
have been an
Wars is-
artsy movie. It must have been one of artsy movies. Because they always pick a movie that nobody has ever seen except for them. And then look at now the Annie Hall movie never became a franchise like the Star Wars.
No.
So these guys are totally wrong.
Yeah, that's why they have 100 million cats and they're lonely in their one bedroom apartments with nobody to love.
Or the
Right.
grandeur halls.
Yeah.
Hey, now play a little bit of that because we might get docked a little bit, but let's play a little bit of one of a
Let's see
famous
if I can
person.
pull that.
Nine Darth Vader sings here. Main region.
Let's see here.
Banner region. Pound main. Play keyboard shortcut K button to activate. No place.
And don't forget to like, share.
K.
Face to face with greatness and it's strange. You don't even know how you feel. It's adorable. Oh, it's nice to see that humans never change. Open your eyes, let's begin. Yes, it's really me, it's Maui, breathe it in. I know it's unlocked, the hair, the bod. When staring at a demigod. What can I say except you're welcome?
Oh man, I love it.
Hey, it's okay, you're welcome.
Salute to Lizzo and salute to Darth Vader AI.
Yeah, and Lizzo says that she's gonna get out of the music business because she's a victim after her crew of women that she used to have do in a stage show sued her for having them I don't know if she had them or she wanted them to shoot certain things out of certain parts of their orifice on stage.
Oh.
And
so they got a moral backbone and decided they weren't going to do that for her or whomever was going. Wow.
Right.
So they sued her and now she's suing them.
Now she got out of the limelight for quite some time, but came back Thursday to do this political fundraiser. And you might wonder, did they make a deal to say, well, maybe we'll make this go away if you do this and you say that you really support the old man? What's the code word that Hunter gives the big guy?
Big guy?
Yeah. So and then of course, Obama was there, and then Clinton, he was there, but maybe out of it a little bit. But her record company had her doing some really weird, wearing the thong. And then promoting obesity as being healthy. And then the first time we had that the jab come in, they said, make sure that if you're a minority or black or whatever, you get the jab because you have these obesidties. But on the one hand, they're promoting the obesidties. And then on the other hand, when it comes down to it, that's a liability.
So
wearing a
the
thong.
morbidity becomes the liability.
Well, that was a liability.
So there's a song in there. Yeah, there's a song in there.
That's a big fright right there. I might try to see if I can make a Lizzo song to that because
and then the power of artificial intelligence, we could do anything now.
Yeah, and also this is going to be a convention this weekend at the state convention here in Colorado, and so I sent in some songs to be played at the convention, and see if you guys agree or not. I'll give you some of them.
All right.
Okay. God's Country by Blake Shelton.
That's a good song.
It's a good song. World on Fire by Dolly Parton, which dropped right before the day of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
32 songs.
32 songs on that. 2 hours and some change that I'll never get back.
And I listened from beginning to end. I couldn't believe that she did that long of an album. But a lot of it was pretty good. I like some of the songs that she covered. And then I did my song, Joe Say Her Name, which I'm gonna release that sometime soon here. It's the country version.
Nice.
By Johnnie J AI.
Nice.
Oh, All Fired Up by Pat Benatar.
Hey.
And then This Is Your Life by the Commodores.
Mm.
Oh, Another Brick in the Wall.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah. And it's Jerry Reed, When You're Hot, You're Hot. Now, what if they're gonna play that one? If you remember that?
They'll play it. They'll play it.
Yeah, I like the last part when he was talking about he's gonna take the judge out back and I'll show you, Judge.
Didn't somebody just get sentenced to prison for threatening Roberts?
Yep,
Probably.
I believe they done did.
Please. Oh, and then the song Big Brother by Stevie Wonder.
Yeah,
It's on his Superstitious album.
Yep.
Oh, Big Weekend by Tom Petty. This is going to be this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, Won't Get Fooled Again by The Who. Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, Painted Black Rolling Stone. That was just a favorite of mine. I just put it in there. Oh, yeah. Okay, Warren Brothers, Hey, Mr. President, which is an obscure kind of song. James Brown, Living in America. Joe Cocker, With a Little Help from My Friends. I love that. I love that guy. The way he's
Mr. Spaz.
Yep. So what do you folks in the Intervention FM universe think of that there lineup? If you've got some things you want to say, shoot us an email, info@intervisionfm.com. You will also be added to our newsletter. This way you can be kept abreast of upcoming events, much like the one that we are also featuring coming up shortly, featuring Tony Negus. That's Negus. Tony with an I. He'll be playing the Roxy.
Johnnie Johnson is there.
And where Johnny went, I don't know.
Johnnie Johnson is the host now.
He's on his cell phone now.
All right, cool.
You're muted, Johnny.
When is that concert, Johnny? Is that going to be April 6th?
He's muted.
No. But all of the information about the upcoming concert at the Roxy put on by Tony Negus is going to be available on the website at www.intervisionfm.com. And so check that stuff out.
Okay, I'm now unmuted. Sorry about that. I was kind of figured out. I got the camera part, but I got but yeah. Tony, concert come up, get your tickets, go to my app then and do all that stuff. And oh man. Okay, well you got the gist of most of the songs that I suggested. We'll see what they do. Because as a blind person, we're sitting up there, everybody can look around and that's their thing, but man, if the music in the background is terrible or
right,
not really telling a story, to a blind person, it gets kind of still.
Yeah, it's like white noise.
Yeah.
They had the Stevie Wonder song. They say that heaven is 10 zillion light years away. Well, I don't know what the name of that song is. Fulfilling Us First Finale or whatever.
Yeah, that was and also on that song, I just remember You Haven't Done Nothing, which the Jackson 5 did the doo-doo-wop, and it's like, and so now Stevie Wonder is taking the knee, and I guess all those songs, I guess you wrote those songs back when you weren't bought, when you're not put in the pockets of these political guys, and now I would dare that there's no songs that he would write today like the ones he wrote back when he was younger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're all
woke. Go woke, go broke, folk.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right. Hey, it's our weekend, your weekend. I guess, too. And
Yeah.
hope you guys have a fantastic one. We're gonna get out in the fresh. It's gonna be good weather here, hopefully. And hey Joe, you had a little bit of the weather stuff going on
Well,
there,
it's just
right?
hot. Not right
Just
now.
hot?
It's just hot, and now this morning it's raining. So I don't know. That probably won't last long. But it's hot. They even shut the schools down to half day because it's so hot.
Wow.
Now, when you say hot, what is that?
Well,
How hot is it?
Near 100.
Wow.
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 Wow, man. I don't think, well, Denver very
My
rarely
solar
gets up
works
to
really
100.
well this time of year.
Right.
And
Right.
so then that kicks on the air conditioning, right?
Well, the air conditioning.
Yeah, like the
No.
fan.
No, we
Yeah.
don't have AC. Schools have fans, and that's it.
Speaking of
Remi-
school closures, on Monday, on April 8th,
Eighth.
looks like they're going to have a bunch of school closures throughout the nation. So do check your area and see what they've got planned for us.
And
They've
yeah,
got
starting
some
next week,
fun
I'm going to
stuff.
be taking this online course. I think it's 5 or 6 hours.
Wow.
So I'll try to get stuff ready before that because my mind is going to be a little. It might not be that much, but I will try to get stuff ready and send it out because the class won't end until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But I guess I have time to send stuff out. So anyway, have a fantastic weekend as I do this 4-day classes tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys
So
have
anyway.
a good weekend.
God bless you guys.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you too.
Hey, Joe,
Yeah.
my cat's left the meeting. Zoom meeting. To move to a Zoom. 9 Darth Vader, sing 0, Zoom meeting, Zoom. Join button unavailable.
Now, how come does that show me where the?
9 Darth Zoom meeting, Zoom. Join button unavailable.
Okay, see you guys later.
Alt F4, 9 Darth Vader.